I was thinking, give me a Sumail OD. Show me the old days of OD against DK. He says, nah, Sniper's better.
Okay. Yeah, Sniper against DK is a nice matchup. Yeah,
Yeah,
Tinker actually finds the Tusk because he sees the aura, the tag team aura around him. Minus tag speed.
I was wondering if Tim's is going to make a move. Lion's still down bottom with a Tide. Ghost playing very tight by his tier 1 tower. So they've kind of just left Armel and Januel to try and defend this tier 1 against Nigma, who are diving the tower now. Yamich makes a move on his own without his team, giving Armel first blood. ET wasn't there. Sniper wasn't ready. Yamich thought it's time to go, but it really wasn't. It is very clear miscommunication there. GH going to make a move for the Wisdom Shrine. Tim's and Jabs both in the vicinity though. And GH, what's he going to do? Try and spirit and slap and get a couple of whacks under Tim's. Nearly just takes him down. Ghost will get the job done. Turns into Tide with a gush. They get the kill on him as well.
Ooh. Top tower nearly falling to Yamich just hitting it. Ursa coming in now, looking for the Venge.
Start off with a stun. Armel with that minus armor and plenty of damage to take down Noob. And now Yamich, well, he's been left to his own devices here, trying to delay his death so they can come in with a sniper for a nice grab on Tim's. Yamich will finally fall to that breathe fire. Another Jackie. Yeah, that's one of those situations where you very much have to like compartmentalize it, right? Venge was dead. And then it's a case of Tusk is dying, rotate into that with Sniper. You can't save the Venge, you can't save the Tusk, but you get the trade-out kill.
Yeah, it's also like all the abilities were already used to get the kill, right? So Sniper is very safe making that move. Now they're on to the DK. Damage is continuous.
Oh, wow. Not respecting this female Sniper who stuck around. Now bringing numbers to try and fight back. Yamich snowballs to the creeps, already tagged up by the Melt Strike, and that with the gush makes short work of the Tusk.
A massive move up top though. Boom. I do like the Dragonlance into Blink builds. Activate early with a Blink Lion as well. When he has it.
Trying to hold out in his middle lane currently. Snowball with a shrapnel over the top. Reaction is here from Boom though, with both Tinker and Lion protecting Armel, but the Sniper's damage from range is unstoppable at this portion of the game. No way to get on top of Sumail, so he just sits there plinking away at people.
Very difficult to move when Tusk rolls in on you.
Nobody gets the double damage. Not yet, anyway.
And he's still farming.
Is Venge ready to join yet?
Oh, I mean, she isn't. She's 700 gold away from her item. Doesn't have
She might have to.
Yeah, she needs to join this fight. This is where Tide is amazing to have, though. That Ravage is fantastic for these big fights. And even TA traps.
Yeah.
Securing the area.
Yeah, they de-ward sentries or observer wards, traps. A start-off gush from Jabs onto Yamich. Tusk, the first point of contact here as they turn on him, ravage him, blow him up. But now Nigma Galaxy know there's no ravage, and that Earth Splitter landing onto 4 heroes with a Sniper opening up with the damage from range. They've taken down Tim's and Jabs will follow. Januel gone to Ghost. There's Armel and Jackie trapped in the tree line. Another sleeper stop lands, assassinate into the big damage from Ghost. Clears out another. Yamich starts things off and dies, but a 1 for 4. Nigma Galaxy super happy because now the torment is theirs.
I mean, GH just solo won that fight for them. Dear God. I mean, great bait by Yamich going in, getting the D-ward, and everyone went on him. Perhaps Boom messing up a bit there, stacking so hard. They got 4-man stomped into a massive good time to fight when you know the enemy are limited on ways to get out.
It feels...
There are shrapnel up there, buddy. They put a new ward. He doesn't know.
Lacking critical information. Yamich and Noob in the meantime. Ooh, not quite getting the grab on Armel, who does get the blink away just in time, but the swap is there. The vision given. Now
he's
Armel
farming.
Trying to farm the creeps, knowing he's dead. Getting a couple more last hits on his way out. But Yamich and Noob, they've got his number.
Yeah, he's just gonna drop there. Gets caught. Nice swap coming out from Noob.
Meanwhile, Jackie has died to the Morphling ET. This has the flavor of open AI almost, you know? From that top lane move, killing a tier 2, it's like very natural for players to go and farm an additional camp, you know, get some of the outer ring, take gold away from your opponents, farm the jungle that you've just taken control of. And Nigma say no, the jungle gold isn't worth missing out on the moves we can make mid and bottom to get these core kills, to get these tower plays, and to push out these lanes. As they get in towards mid, and Yamich, he's lost his life, but they've allowed Sniper and Vengeful Spirit to get real good damage onto that Tide Hunter. And now, boom, yes, they're inside as much of the machines, but the three-man sleep into the waveform forward. They're just being shredded here. Boom, dismantled one by one. Ghost and Noob on mega kill streaks. A 5-man wipe, Boomer annihilated. Yes, you kill the Venge and the Tusk, but I don't know.
He's gonna die again, isn't he?
Absolutely everything. The buyback on jabs into a dieback. The Tide Hunter falls apart, gives Ghost an ultra kill, and the tips are coming out.
Yeah, that fight was again so horrendous for them. They're so stacked up, and the ET is just... I mean, GH is having the game of his life here. 2-0-11, just landing massive stomp after massive stomp, and keeping all these armors really low for his sniper, who's just laying in the damage. And they're also stacked up for the shrapnel. I mean, it's not just the stomp that's concerning. The shrapnel actually hurts a lot when you cluster the fight like this. Looking at the sniper damage in the previous fight, he did 7.7k damage. That's more than all of Boom did.
I mean, we're going to have to look at the post-game stat screen and see how much damage Armel or Jackie have done the entire game. You said it was how much? 7.7k damage from Sniper?
Yeah, in one fight there.
In one fight? Right, we'll keep our eyes open for the other members on Boom.
I am concerned, actually. The Dragon Knight has not really been able to hit too much.
No, that's what I'm thinking as well. And what's that? 2 sets of racks. And Boom going to smoke up with a couple of heroes, but no Tide, no Ravage. A severe lack of information here as well, as they do lose that Observer Ward finally. But they're going to go and make a play. Jump onto the Sniper, Snowball save. Yamich there to buy some time and turn around on the DK to find Jackie. Jab's now in trouble as well, as this Melt Strike from Ghost turning into TA mode and shredding them all. Forces the GG. We knew it was coming. Boom, tap out in game 1. Nigma Galaxy, incredible draft. Super crisp play.
It worked out extremely well for them. The Nigma heroes here, they played so well into each other. And Boom, well, they did have some big team fights with the Ravage. I do think it comes back to, TA and Dragon Knight struggling to deal damage. The faces.
Well, just Yamich, I know what's going through his head. He's like, that first blood, guys, I'm such an idiot. What was I thinking?
I just ran on the tower, guys. Still have yet to see their final pickup. Is it tanking off lane? Is it going to be mid tanking?
That's the question they're asking themselves. What are we doing here? Who's going where? Well, that doesn't really answer things for me.
It basically answers it, but yeah, it gets progressively worse. Level 3, it's really hard, but it's strong from level 1.
So already they're dragging waves, planting themselves between tier 1 and tier 2, and looks like Tims is also stacking camps for the Sand King, who has been notorious for jungling at level 2 these past few months. Oh, okay, yeah, Tims, ow. That hurts. That's first blood.
Yeah, I fear that the level 4 Exort already definitely is keeping his eyes on the Morphling. He can get a free kill.
I just got to be comboed up with the Tusk and the Dawnbreaker. And Yamich is kind of hiding his positioning here. Shows himself now to get in on top of Jackie. Morphling with full 1 charges. Sunstrike's coming. The damage not quite good enough yet. Pops the 1, the waveform out. Ooh. Jackie dead to the hammer throw. Meanwhile, Jab's dying to Ghost up top. Nigma Galaxy. Incredible speed of play here. Gonna lose GH on that Wisdom Shrine, though, as Ghost picks up a double kill, finishing off Tims, and looking at Armel now with this pulse of damage still going. Gonna pick him up, drag him around. Sunstrike coming, and Armel popped. So Mel gets revenge.
4 dead at minute 7, it's not rare. It's not common to see that many heroes gone and on the respawn timer. Sumail denies the shield rune with his Forge Spirit, but Tusk may have rolled into a little bit too much here.
Yeah, Tornado buys him a little bit of time, and Armel doesn't want to go and finish the job. Would have been another 2 hits. That's 2 hits too far. Yep. GH going to come and scout the Ancients, though, as Jabs and Tims are clearing them out. But look at the movement from Nigma. They put the Marcy a little bit closer, and Boom are scared.
Wisp is like the uninvited guest right here. He's like, okay, so what are we doing today? Well, we're killing Ancients? Yeah, I'll take part in the experience. Can I invite my friend over? Marcy joins. Wait,
He gets
this
himself into the box. There's a lot of control here. Hang on, Ghost is dead. Great turnaround. Tim stays alive, and that pick off on GH. Icing on the cake.
huge for Boom. I don't think they expected there to be that many heroes. Of course, Nigma didn't have any vision in the area, and Boom Marcy decided to go for this armlet build. Corrosion into armlet, very common to see on carry Marcy with IO. Oh, pops of dust, wants the Sand King.
Yeah, they see jabs now, but a two-man stun into Wheel of Wonder. Boom, turning this one around again, punishing Nigma Galaxy for the eager aggression. They felt strong, and they were strong in the laning stage, but now they're being turned on.
I'm actually so amazed that Tim's managed to get his way to level 6 as fast as he did. Double Wisdom Rune that they got was so important. Remember how he was level 1 when other heroes were level 3, working on level 4? So him having the ulti there to turn around that play, very, very important for them. Mid, they're looking for Bane.
Puts them not just on level footing, but slightly ahead in this game. And Bane and Nightmare himself try and get over the ice shards, but Januel unable to. And in comes Armel, tornadoed up in the meantime, but not able to fight 1v2.
Up top,
well, up top. Stole a guard in to help GH. Noob can't save his buddy, trying to turn and fight alongside Ghost, but another two-man stun from Jabs with that epicenter still going. Walks in towards Yamage, stun strike coming, and Sumail will get the kill. Tim's, Jackie, Morphling's out of there, but Tim's, well, I guess he's also out of there, just in a different way.
Yeah, he gets to safety. He actually had a killing spree as well, so quite a bit of gold for Ghost coming in there. Gonna be happy. Yeah, he's being left unattended, you know, nobody really thinking too much about him, so he's very happy. He's got his Vladimir's coming out right now and working towards the Manta Style, of course. First big item.
And here we're going to see the blink reveal out of Sand King. Tim's goes mid to smoke up Armel, and they'll start traversing up into that top left corner of the map where Jabs, I think he's hiding the blink on his courier behind that top tier 1. The trouble is, Yamage has spotted this rotation in. There's the blink stun from Jabs, catching and turning onto Yamage. Tusk still alive though, with the Rolling Thunder just controlling the Marcy to try and keep her at bay. Boom, they wanted an aggressive play here to find a kill, but so far it's Nigma Galaxy who have brought the numbers and are turning this back on them. Nightmare save on Armel gets him out of danger. The grip on the Invoker, that's good, but they jump back in to save Sumail, and the Meatball Deafening Blast, massive damage on the Jackie. Snowball forward, that's going to catch up to the Morphling as well to punch him out of the game. Armel, he's on the run. The Jabs, Sand King will be the focal point now as they turn to kill him quickly, and realizing they've got more left in the tank, they think about chasing, but that is dark and spooky up on the high ground. Still a massive victory for Nigma Galaxy.
I like that from Sumail. Give a tip over to Yamage. Big buyback from him coming back into that play there and going and catching important targets as well. It would be a pretty good target. They have Dawnbreaker ulti as well, and he's completely alone on Jabs right now. Does he get the blink away? Oh, the dust actually canceled his blink, and then the Atos.
Oh my goodness.
The dust damage, man. It's so annoying.
Maybe they can find Noob down bottom, though, with, Diffusal Blade into the grip. They've slowed him, caught him, and they do find that kill as it started to look like Noob maybe had tucked himself away just far enough from the grasp of Boom. But this is a good spot to be in now as the Southeast Asian squad can go straight towards the Tormentor.
Yeah, get themselves the shard. Of course, this does mean that there's some time for Ghost to take out the top tower.
I think the scariest thing, honestly, is we still haven't seen the full move, the big play. Invoker's going to find a catch onto Tim's, and even with the escape box, he is dead. But yeah, we're still yet to see like the Tusk catching into relocate into Solar Guardian, like the big like wombo combo, I guess, the global combo.
Yeah, it almost may not play out that way as well, just because of how Boom have such good counter initiators with Thanking and Pango ultis. So maybe they're just gonna play more like we have on the Dawnbreaker. Tanky enough to live for a little while.
This is spooky. Jabs, what are you gonna do? Burst Strike away. And did force a reaction out of the Tusk for now. Just the Tusk. Oh, hang on. They've also brought the Eye on the Marcy on the right-hand side, looking for Januel.
Invoker's coming. Here's the move.
There's the Invoker. Run away, just Sunstrike dead.
Didn't even need to commit any of the other spells. Easy support takedown. Yeah, it's like the anglerfish kind of approach. They show the Tusk like, oh, you want to fight my Tusk? And then suddenly, boom, it's the entire team having impact around it. We see it again up here top. So, very annoying to play against the Boom. A little dance.
Yeah. Fucking
These
dude.
dances, they will not last very much longer, by the way, because soon the nullifier is coming in from Marcy, and that's going to be jigs up for the 4-staff plus escape act.
Yeah, it's not a happy dance. That is a sad dance.
One more.
The male scanned. He's got no maneuverability items. We do have relocate and
How
Solar
fast
Guardian
are they?
though.
Can they save him?
Can they save Sumail? He's being gone on. Solar Guardian's there, still alive, still up and running. He will die. Sumail gone, but the turnaround here from Nigma Galaxy very strong. Morphling trying to run away with jabs on the right-hand side as Armel crashes through them. Ghost unable to latch on a target this time around, so Jackie is TPing home. Armel swashbuckles the high ground to get through the twin gate, the stun from the snowball, and the dispose. That'll catch the Pango.
Yeah, they get their target, and they do get a hefty payday for killing Sumail's Invoker fastest. Most of their heroes are pretty bad against Roche.
Another DD rune denied by Sumail and his Forge Spirits.
Marcy,
Ghost.
tanky target.
Straight up grip. Wheel of Wonder, the Cataclysm's coming though, and his Io has already saved Ghost enough. The BKB is out. Marcy needs to save the GH Io now and turn to battle jabs as Armel crashing on the Io will finally kill her off. Dawnbreaker is here though to turn and burn with Yamich from that high ground jumping down. Armel, he's dead. Yamich doesn't find that additional target. Was trying to get the +1 as he launched himself down to that river. But still,
Actually,
4 for 1.
yeah.
Right device on Invoker as a massive pickup here for Sumail. So what, they've pushed out top with Invoker, then he's come down bottom to join the team. Mid is shoved, bot is shoved. A line drawn there by jabs.
Oh, they're
Maybe
gonna
thinking
hex
about just
Morphling.
going out of the base to play out there. Oh, the scan. So Nigma knows there's people out on the left side of the map, so yeah, they just play up the high ground.
Yes, and then the Marcy, she has the Aegis 1 minute, so let her just auto attack and see what happens.
Oh, I see what's
To get rid of
happening.
her.
So Sumail was top and pushing, and Boom thought that was a chance to go and pick him off and find him in the jungle while he was like farming, being greedy. But now they have to come back and defend, and they've already lost their tier 3 tower because Ghost and Nigma, realizing the situation with that scan they had, the read they've got, are just pushing the advantage, calling that bluff and saying, hey, we are on your high ground.
Yeah. HP dropping really low for the Marcy. Kind of being shoved away. Tower did fall already, but the heal's coming in. Marcy back at it. And this is tricky, man. You want to kill the IO somehow, but how do you go on the right target? Actually, they're not going on Tusk.
They find Tim's. The Ringmaster gets a bit of a gap with the help of the
Invoker
Nightmare.
in trouble.
The Guardian is coming in. They're going to get a catch on Sumail in the back thanks to jabs and Armel though. So Invoker down. The buyback from Ringmaster comes into play. The chase onto Sanking though. Noob and Ghost on his tail will find him and kill him.
Very, very good defense. They're getting on the backline, getting on the Invoker. Getting the better.
If you're getting jumped on like that. Armel.
Oh no, there's
Oh, this is
knocking him. Yamich wants to
dangerous.
jump.
He blinks to high ground. Swashbuckles a bit of distance away, but in comes the Marcy. They've caught out this Pango. A help from Tim's is here with the wheel. The whip. A bit of help to crack back in towards Nigma Galaxy with the little box to save him. They've also gripped up this Marcy, but that's just to buy time for Armel to slip away. Hang on, Jackie and Armel, they want to chase this one. They're getting in on top of Yamich. There's the jump. Ghost. Oh, it just blows up Armel. Disappears. Still the Guardian over the top. Jackie boy trying to stand his ground and fight, but you are lacking in damage and control. Jabs, he went into the back, but he's been
Invoker's here.
transferred over to him and turned around on quickly. The Invoker with a massive damage from range. Morphling has to mount and try and get out of here as Armel brought back, crashing in with the Rolling Thunder, but he's trapped. He's stuck between the shards and the tree lines. The edge of the map, not his friend. Armel getting snowballed upon now. Yes, he saved his Morphling, but he's going to get caught out here. Yamich and Ghost right over the top, flying for the top rope, down onto the Pango, and he's dead for a minute and a half.
They barely got away with the Morphling there. The Sunstrike was off the mark after a Hex combo. I don't think he got the Atos onto the Morphling as well, but still significant damage done. Pango dead for 80 seconds. Using his buyback as well. This is just green lights go for them.
No creeps in the base yet. There we go. Backdoor protection. Ticked out of bounds as they'll go for this tier 3 top.
Thank you, respawn. He has the ninja gear. Maybe he can get in position for a big ulti.
When you're Morphling, why are you always shifting up and down? Shifting up and down. And it's a very simple answer. If you are not shifting and you get caught, you're 100% dead. But if you are shifting, there's a 50% chance that you are shifting up with strength. And Jackie there not shifting at all means that he is 100% dead.
That's actually true. Yeah, that's a funny way to think about it. I'm not a Morphling nerd, so I never really thought about it like that. I see a lot of Morphlings not doing the shifting at all, but it's true. Some of the Morphling nerds will sit there and just shift the entire game back and forth.
I'll jump in from Armel. They know they've got to do something here and now. Buy back the Morphling. Get in with jabs. Good catch on GH. The IO is dead. No buyback for him, but Ghost gripped up through the BKB. They need Invoker to arrive with Noob quickly. Ghost gets out of there. They go to the Morphling and look to blow up Jackie Boy, about to die to the Meatball and the Hammer, but he has survived. Now Janwell gone to Sumail, while Ghost and Noob, they escape unscathed. Well, Armel does slice down Yamich at least.
Yeah, this Pango walking up. Hex is off cooldown. Invoker could go in here if they want to go. Don't even need him.
They do not. Dead again for well over a minute.
Invoker looking for bigger targets. Tanking is here. Lurking doesn't have ulti though. If they get vision on any single target, I think Nigma would be happy to jump, especially Ringmaster.
Let's finish off the melee barracks. Easy as that. Triple Forge Spirit's going to go into the Radiant base and scout things out as they'll prepare this mid lane.
Or just keep it on IO. I don't know. I mean, it's not the most amazing to have 2 relocates, but...
Right, it's all in time now. Morphling BKB. Bane has removed all items but boots and Aghanim Scepter. Ooh. So we've got the Ags Bane ready to go and grip someone at least.
Refresher on the Invoker. He has the double Hex, double Cataclysm ready.
Man, they jumped the Morphling. They found the perfect target to go on, and Jackie is dead. He's gone. Hexed up. Gone for 100 seconds. And Nigma Galaxy, they're going to dive past the tier 4s and they're thrown here to find Tims. Look at Armel. The grip is good with the burst strike back, though. They've killed off Noob, buys back himself. Marcy's second life about to pop up as Sumail and Yamich focus on the buildings. What happened there? Back. The Nightmare drag back was the Yoga Skill Totem bouncing Ghost around. A little awkward in the situation, but he's fine nonetheless. And now another catch. Scythe into Rod. Meatballs dropped and GG called. Nigma Galaxy, the 2-0 victors over Boom Esports.
Nigma Galaxy, man, they just keep playing good here in this tournament. Looking on point. I really like the way that they play together with Ghost. I think it's working out really well. And Yamich, big shout out to him. You know, playing as a stand-in here, he looks like a regular part of the team, at least on Tusk. We'll see how much of a, you know, of a one trick this is gonna be and if teams will start banning it. But he played great on Tusk in this series.